This is my video blog um, for Rhonda Hayes. She was filling in for her boss. I think her name was Lori Jones. Couldn't be there. So with her presentation, I really was interested. I really like the fact that she was like excited to talk to us. I think it's really important when you're talking to somebody to like at least act like you want to be there. I think people are more likely to want to listen to you if you act like you really want them to be listening to you. So I think that helped keep me a little bit interested in it also myself. Um, I also thought, I mean, there was like a lot of history of the YWCA tied into it. So I think that was really nice, nice to listen to. The only thing that I really didn't like was the fact that I just wasn't as personally interested into it since it was the YWCA, like for men. Um, but I also like when presenters always have some kind of a pamphlet or something to pass out to us. So I always keep these or just kind of laying around. You never know when you need them or something. Okay. The second question was, what did you learn about the role of community education leadership? I got my notes here. You have to have a place for the conversation to exist. So, like she was saying, a lot of the things, especially the new things the YWCA is doing, um, they kind of started that, and they look at their place kind of as the focal point where a lot of this stuff like kind of got the ball rolling. Um, so if your organization or like where it's headquartered or whatever it is, if you have something you want to like see a change in something, it's if you have if you start it there, people like look to that as like an example of where a change is being made, and then people like if they see an example of it, they'll be more likely to like follow and like join in or something like that, rather than people just talking about it and not really having a place to look to for it. That's what I kind of interpreted that as. Um, and with the third question, did you learn about their role in community education? Well, from that, I think it's a little bit obvious, but at the same time, it's still really important. The fact that if you need to look to see where the problem areas are, so you know what to fix. I think in our creative confidence book, I think it talks about that a little bit. Like you look to see where the problem areas are, and you fix that, so that way you're kind of like beating a lot of the issues ahead of time. Like if you can do like self um, like criticism and stuff, it'll really help you. So that and she also said to like see like think like 20 years ahead of time, like where you're gonna be. So if whatever you're doing, you got to think about how that event will like kind of play out, like the chain that it'll cause, and see like what that might happen, like be like 20 years in the future, which seems like a really long time, but when you look back on it, it won't seem like it. So that's another thing. And then last, we were talking about all their like fundraising things, and they have some pretty interesting fundraising ideas. Um, it got me thinking though, it's because a lot of people do the same old like boring traditional fundraisers all the time. So it's important. Like it's really good how they kind of took their own theme with like that over the edge like climb down thing, like scale the side of a building, like something like that. Like if you do things that are like either tied into your message or like what your organization program's about, um, it's kind of like almost like self-advertising too, along with the fundraising. You're getting money and you're getting like almost like publicity, and people like kind of see what you're about, and they make that connection in their head. So and obviously fundraising is really important. So if you're going to do it, you might as well do it good and have some good effective ways to do it. So uh, um, I think that's it. I guess unless I had something else written down, but